Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It is White Rice Wednesday, which means time for my Survivor recap. So, Karishma is complaining because she was basically the Plan B last vote, but can anyone really. I, I mean, can anyone really. What I'm trying to say is, like, everybody wants her out. Like, is it that big of a surprise to her? I mean, she's not contributing around camp. She's underperforming in challenges, so why wouldn't she want to go home? Aaron does make a good observation that Chelsea and Dean seem pretty tight, and that power couples can be dangerous in the game. There's a truth to that. Power couples can work, but now people are starting to say, power couples are dangerous and they're getting them out quicker. Is there a little paranoia in there? Yeah, probably. But yeah, I believe, is it the right move at the time? We don't know. Chelsea doesn't want a showmance of Dean. Elaine, it was kind of funny, was playing matchmaker with them and saying 27, 28, oh, you guys are perfect. And Chelsea seems like the type that would cut Dean if she had to. On the Purple Tribe, everyone's going out in a raft, but Jamal stays behind, and Jamal ends up finding the hidden immunity idol. So, congrats, Jamal. That is amazing. And then it comes the time when somebody has to go to Island of the Idols. They have to come to a unanimous decision who to go. And if they can't come to a unanimous decision, which means if just one person says no, then they have to draw a name. And Kelly's nervous because whoever goes there will know Kelly was lying about the whole thing. So Nora volunteers to go to Island of the Idols. And her lesson was the art of persuasion. If they basically gave her insight into the next immunity challenge, and if Nora can persuade the tribe to make her the caller position, then she'll win an advantage to block somebody's vote. If she can't, then she loses her vote at the next tribal council. When she gets back to camp, she basically tells them, I mean, it wasn't wrong. She did get information on what the next challenge will be, but she didn't say that there was an advantage tied to that. So it looked like at first Nora convinced everyone that she should be the caller, and I like what Nora did here. She had everybody practice ahead of time, which I think that's very useful. If you have that kind of information, have the team practice. Nora was not a great caller at all. So when it got time to the immunity challenge, someone from Purple had to sit out. So they had Nora sit out, and that means she loses her vote at the next tribal. So yeah, that actually doesn't matter because Purple ended up winning the immunity challenge. So Orange was far behind, but it looked like they're going to make a comeback, and it looked like they won, but they had a puzzle piece wrong. So when they get back, Elizabeth takes the blame for being the leader in that situation, and that's why I was so surprised Nora wanted to be a caller, because if you do volunteer to be the caller, you're at risk if the team loses because you're responsible for giving those directions. But Elizabeth was a great caller. She gave directions well. The problem is people didn't follow the directions. So, like, Dean wouldn't follow the directions. At one point, he went over something when they were supposed to go under, and he just would not listen. So his name is on the chopping block. Karishma is moping around thinking, it's her, this is awful. Um, Chelsea then thinks she has Dean in her back pocket, that this can go far, but Aaron wants Dean gone. He thinks that he's not contributing in challenges and that he's underperforming. Elaine and Elizabeth don't want to go with Dean, so they actually need Elaine and Elizabeth's votes to get Dean out. So now the question is, who can they get rid of? So then Chelsea's name comes up, because then that would then break the power couple, but then it would also put Dean on the bottom. At Tribal Council, we have that this episode's gonna be the one where lines are drawn, and I feel like I agree with that. It's gonna be shown where everybody stands. Karishma basically says, that she thinks it's her, this is ridiculous, and all that stupid stuff. And I love how Rob and Sandra are doing the commentary on this. Like, when this comes on DVD, there should be, like, extra bonus features of their commentary on Tribal Council. So, basically, they suck in Orange sucks in challenges, but they're really good at making blindsides. And I love how Missy told Karishma, like, she basically told her off because Karishma's like, she's glad it's not me, and she's like, don't think that just because the Russian roulette arrow may not go at you, it can go at you next time, and like, she shouldn't get too comfortable. And Missy's basically using her for votes till when she doesn't have to use her anymore. And it did end up being an epic blindside, and Chelsea ended up getting sent home with an idol in her pocket. Like, that's the second person this season that got voted off with an idol in their pocket. It's like, again, it's a blindside for a reason. She had no idea her name was even being thrown out there, but it's like, people are so scared to play idols. I mean, I would rather play my idol and be safe at Tribal than not play it and then you have to go home. So, yeah, I'm apparently horrible this season with making picks. Two of my picks already went home this season. Chelsea was I definitely thought she would win the game. So, yeah, my drafts are going to be pretty bad. I definitely think what Rob said in the first episode of Elizabeth, to trust your gut, because I definitely should have trusted my gut. At one point, one of my drafts was between Vince or Jamal, and my gut was telling me to go with Jamal. And I went with Vince instead, and Vince got voted off. Third person voted off, and here Jamal tonight finds a hidden immunity idol. So then right there, I'm like, oh my god. And then I thought, oh, maybe Elaine would be, great underdog, didn't choose her. So definitely go for Boston Rob says, rule number 1, trust your gut. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Survivor. Next week, apparently there's going to be a tribe swap, so that should really be interesting because that puts people who were on top on the bottom, and now you have people like Karishma who constantly complain and is basically dead weight out there. She actually said in the preview, like, I'm going to turn on Lyra. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, I definitely think they should have got rid of her when they had the chance. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Survivor. If you want to check out Survivor, it is on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on CBS. Until next time, stay regal.